Hey, it's me, Unapologetic T, and I am here with another video. I don't know, I might have to break them down into like smaller videos, but I wanted to talk about business owners and customer service. I have to talk about this, and this is to small business owners. We already know corporations have, failed us customer service wise, literally do not treat their employees right. So we definitely don't, on average, get good customer service. When I do get good customer service, baby, believe I'm going to do a Google review, and it's going to be for the person. And I'm going to be talking to the business and letting the business know how the person is representing them. Sometimes I even send emails to corporate about people who give phenomenal customer service. Sometimes I forget. Don't charge it to my heart, charge it to my brain. But I'll do a Google review quick on some positive stuff. If you horrible, you have to give me a very horrible experience for me to do a horrible Google review or nitpick at your business. That's not my thing. I do think we need people to do it. We need nitpickers, but I'm just not a nitpicker when it comes to businesses. I like to really look at what you really are doing well, because I know what it takes to run a business. And even before I knew what it took on my end to run a business, I've always worked in places where I had a lot of responsibilities. So I knew a lot of the ins and outs and the behind the scenes of more than just my job title. So I always knew, I didn't know at the time, but I was learning what it was to run and operate your own business. So I want to say that customer service and the corporate level fucking sucks overall. However, for you small business people, I want to have a conversation with you, and I want to be as gentle as possible. I've done business with a lot of people over the years, recently, all that stuff. And I want to say one of the things that really grind my gears, and I'm not even trying to point out, race and all that stuff, but I've been dealing with a lot of like black-owned businesses, or different race businesses than just going to corporations and dealing with corporations, or just dealing with predominantly white-owned businesses, whether they're small or whatever. So what I'm trying to get to is that there is a lack of communication in small business. It's not everybody, but you really, and I want to say this, like I said, with so much care and grace. A lot of small business owners are not fully, their business is not their only means of income. So some of them are literally working full-time jobs. Sometimes they have another job plus their full-time job plus their business. So I'm not saying that you owe your customers your whole life story. You really don't, because we really don't need to hear it. But when you give your customer a date that you had, like for services, I find this a lot in services. If you provide a service that needs to wait to be given out, you need to be as transparent as fuck. Like, be upfront and transparent with that person about time. Even if you give a set date and you can't make that set date, you need to communicate with your client. Definitely if you've taken their money. If you've taken their money, definitely please communicate. I'm not even an anxious customer. However, when you take my money and you don't communicate with me, it's going to cause me to be anxious. And I don't think that it is fair to say that I'm an anxious customer if you done took my money and you done gave me a date and you weren't transparent that, something came up, or, give me a couple of more days, week, whatever. I start to worry that I'm scammed. Like, literally, it doesn't matter whether I trust you. You could be my best friend. I'm going to worry that you're not going to provide my service because you are not communicating with me. If you communicate with me, you will put me at ease. And I'm just using me as a type of customer. Every customer is not like me. Some of these customers will go the fuck off, or you me, I'm gonna give you some grace, because I do know what it takes to run these things. But however, that still does not matter. Maybe you need to hire someone in your business to be a customer service rep that answer your messages or talk on your behalf. But you're gonna have to do something, because just the same way that we need to boycott corporations that don't treat us right when we spend our money with them. Like, I'm not spending my money with nobody that don't treat me right. I don't give a fuck whether you small business, whether I've known you all my life. Like, if you don't make me feel good when I'm purchasing from you, you can have a product out of this world. But if you don't make me feel good during the process, I don't want to deal with it. You have to have customer service skills if you're going to be into business. Please have customer service skills. But yeah, like, this isn't to nobody from my situations. I did have an online thing where I had to dispute some charges with Venmo because I did do something with somebody, but I didn't know them. So that was me playing Russian roulette, because I didn't know them. I didn't have nobody to vouch for them. Like, I was just trying something and you know, played the fool. So, but they definitely did not have good customer service skills. They literally told me that they would work on my services the next day because I asked. They volunteered the information, then came back to me and was like, they couldn't do the service, and did I want something else? I said no, I wanted my money, because that's the only thing I wanted. And so literally came back and said, well, if you could wait, if you could give me a few more days, I could do this. Gave them a few more days, didn't do shit. So literally reached out. I gave them more than a few more days and reached back out to them, and then they asked for more time. And then so after that, I just said, like, can you give me my refund? So then they started to try to guilt trip me about my own money, and like, if you, because I was like, I'm gonna dispute the charge, like, because if you can't, because they kept saying that their company don't give out refunds. So I was like, I'm gonna dispute the charge. So then they was like, oh well, I'm gonna lose my job if you do that. And it was like, at this point, I don't give a fuck. Talking about some, like their kids would expire if they lose their job. So am I. Give me back my money. Please give me back my money. So literally tried to talk me out of canceling the dispute. No, sir. Tried to say that they did part of the service. I saw no results. I saw no results. Saw no service done. No completion. Wanted me to cancel the dispute. So literally, I was just like, I'm not boo-boo the fool. I wasn't even born that night. I was born in the morning, cause no, we ain't even got to do the I wasn't born last night. I wasn't even born that night. I was born in the morning. So I'm alert. Like, I'm alert, and I know the darkness. So let's stop playing these scammy ass games, because I done been around the best of them, and you're see-through. So literally start harassing me, because I told them stop contacting me. Start still harassing me, all that shit. So I know that situation isn't the representation of what I'm talking about. That is pure scamming. I am talking about small business owners who are literally great at their craft. They're great at their craft. They're spread it very thin. Because they are great at their craft. You're amazing. You're amazing at what you do. But you have certain clientele that you have to communicate with differently. I think you should treat all customers the same, but that's just my spiel. And I've worked in customer service all my fucking life. All my jobs have been customer service centered. Always was providing a service. So literally, when a customer is dissatisfied, I have to deal with that. Even as a teacher, I'm providing a service. When the parents are unsatisfied, I have to deal with that. When the children are unsatisfied, I have to deal with that. So literally, so on and so on. Even when I worked in college and higher education, you provide a service. Now, everybody is always okay with the service you provide. You literally have to have customer service skills and see where can you be better in your communication. If you do have a disgruntled customer, I don't believe in the saying that all customers are right. I don't believe in all money is good money. I don't believe in accepting all money. Like, I will refuse a person if when I'm doing business. So, saying all of that, I just want to say that I really do think if you have a small business and you are not good with customer service, take some courses online. Just Google. They got courses online for anything. Google, do some courses online. Treat people the way you would want to be treated if you were spending money with them. Like, think about those things, because they really do matter. And you want returning customers. Even if you have the best product in the world, eventually your customer is going to find somebody else that can provide that same product or even better. And their loyalty won't be to you because you did not provide them with customer service. A lot of times you keep customers coming back from your customer service. Yes, you have to have the talent of whatever you're doing, whatever product you're making or whatever service you're giving, but customer service is what really makes people feel good in return. I know plenty of people who will spend more because they're getting a better service than spending, a cheaper price with the same exact service, but the person that is providing the service gives off the fucked up energy or avoidant energy, and they're just not making their customers feel good. So I just want to say that, like, customer service really needs to come back, and definitely in small business, because the whole reason we start our small businesses is to not only make an income for ourselves, but we want to provide services for people or products for people. So it's literally about what? Providing for the people. So don't take the humanity out of that shit. Like, communicate with your customers, treat your customers well, make them feel good, and you'll always have them coming back. I promise you. I just need to say that because I have experienced that a lot. Also, stop telling black businesses they're charging too much. Black businesses do not have access to the same vendors. They do not have access to the same deals as people who have certain connections. Black businesses have to make their money. Black businesses have to make their money. You don't go into Nike and say they charge too much for these shoes, but if a black business started making shoes, you'd say their price was too high. They need to cut it because they don't have the brand of Nike. It's fucking stupid. If they have a quality product and you love that quality product, pay them their money. Pay them what they're worth. Pay them what they're worth. Pay them their price. Stop trying to act like black people prices are too high. We do not have the same vendors and opportunities as other people. Connections. Sometimes, like, a lot of this shit is gate kept, like, of where you can get your stuff sourced from. So a lot of it is gate kept. So don't always think that somebody's trying to beat your head in. Their price is their price, and if you really love their product, pay for it, because you really be loving them Gucci belts. You really be loving all that designer shit, and them people don't give a fuck about you. Them people ain't putting their money back into your community. They don't care. So literally, do you at the end of the day, but stop trying to act like black businesses overcharge. If it was somebody and they had a brand name, that's all y'all care about is brands and names, when literally great value ain't too far off from all the other goddamn products we buy. Like, y'all be trying to act like there's a standard. Some things there are, but sometimes they be getting it from the same motherfucking people. They just put that label on it. They just put their label on it. It's called private label. Like, literally the same person is making the same fucking product, and they're just putting another label on it, their brand name on it. So y'all think smarter and stop doing this madness about telling people they need to cut their prices. I hear that a lot. Well, I want to support this business, but their price a little too high. But yeah, you'll go spend with such and such, and their price is still too high. So make sense. I just wanted to do that video, and I'm gonna cut that short.